ecosystems. I guess the first ecosystem you get into is kindergarten. The next one is preschool or just elementary school. The next one is high school. The next one is college. And after that, it's a job. And then within the ecosystem of the job, you have splits between working classes, different types of jobs. So each one of those ecosystems has its own set of rules, has its own way of social conduct, of equality or inequality, hierarchy or no hierarchy, competition, way of being in that community with other people. Elementary school and high school can be very competitive. It can make you very defensive. The rules that apply in those ecosystems are: the loudest one is the leader. The strongest one is the leader. There is no equal ground for everyone. Not everyone gets their chance. College is a different ecosystem where everyone gets an opportunity to say whatever they want to say. The rhythm and the currency of the room when there is a group of people is different, in a sense that that ecosystem teaches you to give space to everyone to speak, to express. You can get stuck in an ecosystem. You can get stuck in elementary school. You can be an adult, but you are stuck in the ecosystem of elementary school. You can get stuck in the ecosystem of high school, where all interactions in the real world after high school, you see all interactions as if you're still there. All the values that were important back then are important to you now. You see people through that lens of competition, popularity. An upgrade from that is an environment, like a community, a work environment. And those can vary as well. Like ecosystems of jobs that are on the lower tier, let's say. Well, not lower tier, but let's just say the lower working class, is still very similar to the ecosystem of high school and elementary school. On the other hand, a work environment where every person has its own task and every person is valued the same. They have time and space in that community to grow equally as everyone else. That is an upgrade. Most ecosystems have a hierarchy of competition and stepping over others in order for you to achieve. My proposition is this: the bigger the ecosystem, the smaller you become as an individual. So if you take, for example, the college ecosystem, where you have discussions, you have debates, everyone has their time to say what they want, to express themselves. There is nature behind that. A level up from those types of communities is just the earth. It's just a huge ecosystem where you go outside the confines of society. You go outside of the human-made hierarchy, and you're just one cell in a big organism. And if you go even beyond that, you are one speck of dust. The further you zoom out on that ecosystem, the smaller your life becomes. You see that everyone is as small as you, and everyone is as big as you. In all those man-made ecosystems, the values are not natural. They are status. They are resources that are fleeting, that are unimportant. But if you look outside, if you look in nature, if you see that ecosystem as the most important one, you begin to feel connected. You begin to lose the urge to compete. You begin to see that you are part of something that needs to be respected, and that you came out of it. You are it. You're a product of it. And with that comes immense responsibility, immense honor as well. When I look at myself as a part of that great ecosystem, all the other ones just vanish. I'm not a worker. I'm not a student of any college. I'm not in high school where I need to strut my stuff and prove and pretend and have some type of identity that will attract followers in that sense. When you look at yourself as a part of nature, as an ecosystem, you know that there are mushrooms under and mycelium under the ground which sprouted all life, and you're at the high end of that. You're at the end point of that ecosystem. We are like watchers. We are like protectors of that. There's no competition. There's no competition there. And that's only on the level of Earth. We don't know how big the ecosystem, the ecosystem, life, we don't know how big it is. We can't imagine it. In that ecosystem, there is no room for competition. There is no room for inequality. The bigger picture, the wider you see everything, the more space you will have inside yourself to take it all in, to start to feel the connectedness with that.